I'm here till the end, man.
Good for you.
Should I stay or should I go now?
So what are you going to do, George? Are you going to stay?
No, I've got to go back. I've been here for a few weeks, yeah, like everybody else. But last weekend I left to set up Bournemouth.
Yeah.
We set up Occupy Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And we were in court on Friday, and they've got an eviction order on to clear the camp. And now they're waiting for the. I was told that some people who came up yesterday from Occupy Bournemouth, and they're waiting for the bailiffs to come in and turf them out. On day one we started off, there was only about 15 of us, but it's building and building, and more people are coming down and seeing. We've got the banners up and everything, so more people are getting involved. And the last time when Kim said there was about 30 people there the other night, so you know, it's building. There's also Occupy Portsmouth, Occupy Brighton got really big. They went from about 30 people to 150 people camping there. So that's why I'm here.
So these other Occupy movements aren't getting much national TV, are they, at all? I mean, yeah. Russia Today's reporting here, and we forget about the BBC because we don't watch that. The Occupy St Paul's is being threatened with eviction.
We were threatened by eviction. Both the Cathedral and the Corporation of London both were going through the High Court. Now the Cathedral has dropped the injunction. They're not going to evict us. The Corporation of London, as far as I know, what I've heard from people, is that they deferred it until January, and they're going to go back to court in January if we're still here. I think they're hoping that the cold weather's going to drive us out, but it's not. It's not going to drive us out. We're staying here. We've got the cinema, we've got, you know, the university tent where we have speakers coming in. We've got the big library. That was another little tent that's been amalgamated, and the big info tent. And we have lots and lots of people who are willing to talk to anybody who wants to answer, you know, talk and ask questions, and we'll answer them. So,
what sort of reaction are you getting from the public here?
Oh, 99.1%. Yeah. Just like society, 99% are for us. Yeah. We get 1% come down here and say we're an abomination. We shouldn't be here. You know.
Well, they wouldn't be the people who work in the backs, would they?
Excuse me, would I say that? Did I say that? Did I mention? We don't call them bankers. We use the W word.
That's right. Yeah.
They're wonderful people.
They are.
They are generating so much wealth, you know.
They are.
For them.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are.
It's a good job it's trickling down, isn't it?
Oh, it's Adam Smith's invisible hand. If you know about economics.
Yes.
Adam Smith postulated that if the rich get richer, it will filter down the invisible hand, and we'll all benefit from a few people being mega rich. Once again, the majority of people are here that are, you know, genuine occupiers and really know. They all know exactly what's happening about casino banking, about the car crash. You know, we know about haircuts as well. Those people that understand it, they will tell other people as well. So people, it's an education process. Yeah. Don here, he's one of the best educators on the site. He goes.
Well, yes, we go back quite a long way. I haven't seen you for quite a long time. You've been travelling around the country, setting up various eco-type villages, haven't you?
Yeah, one thing I've made a mistake of is making plans.
Back to random.
Yeah, back to random. A little bit of wisdom, and maybe we'll find freedom. I've been here about 2 weeks watching what's going on, and very, very interesting state of affairs. Do you know that the people that are organising this are trying to set meetings up with the banking elites to discuss a fairer banking system?
I'm sure they are. Of course, carbon tax as well. I think some of them are into that, aren't they?
Yeah. Happiness tax will be next. That's right. Yeah, because that's bad for you.
You better stop breathing, because we're giving out a lot of carbon here, aren't we?
Sure are.
Well, we like a bit of gassing, though, don't we?
The Occupy movement has set up more rules than I've seen anywhere on the planet. It's like, I think this Occupy London is an inside job.
What would you say to that, what Dom's just said here?
We need rules. I mean, every society needs rules, and people who become part of that society have to conform and accept the rules, and we're all part of the decision-making process.
Well, with the consent of the government?
With the consent of the wiggly hands.
No, this is what I'm saying. The people that are actually standing up there on the mic, 90% of them don't actually stay on the camp, and all the people that are shaking their hands don't stay on the camp, and they're making up a body of rules for the people that do stay here. They shut the kitchen down at midnight when there's no public about, just the community. So what's that about? They're giving more rules. Hang on.
This is my tent. It's really nice that I can get some sleep now. Yeah. So, you know.
You've been staying on the camp continuously?
Yeah. Well, no. I left last weekend to set up Bournemouth, like I said.
Yes, then you came back.
Then I came back on
yes.
I've been here.
You've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was first of all I was over by the road, and now I've joined some other friends here in the big tent. So there's 4 of us staying in this tent here.
So you seem to be quite aware of what's going on politically and whole meltdown, the whole situation that we're talking about. So have you got a problem with what George is saying, Dom?
Well, I'm saying that they're creating more rules than the government have ever created. So why can't people learn to live outside of this system of control and learn to live with morals rather than more rules? Now, if somebody's saying, oh, they're being loud at like 4 o'clock in the morning, well, think about the night staff that stay awake looking after the place at night, that have to go to sleep at 8 o'clock when all the traffic and everybody's awake. If you're saying, oh, I want a bit of peace and quiet, then maybe you should think about camping somewhere other than the heart of Babylon, the centre of the city of London.
My name's Andy Pandy, Andy Pandy from Toy Town.
Yeah.
These are earplugs. We have a shed load of them, a big box full of earplugs through there. For any noise, anybody that's noisy, we are trying to be as helpful as possible, but there's also a lot of people who would like to debate through the night. There's people that are coming out the bank, saying after work, they're going for the dinners, they're coming through, they're interested in what this camp is all about. So we need discussion. We need the food tent open during the night because there's workers. I work until 5 o'clock every morning since I've been here to make sure nobody's setting the place on fire, nobody's causing trouble. If they are, then obviously we've informed the police that there is, there's potential trouble.
I brought down a big bag of chai ingredients, donated it to the kitchen and made everybody a big pot of chai. Everyone loved it. Next night I went to go and make a pot of chai and I weren't even allowed my own ingredients.
The kitchen being open, all I said was that with it being closed, it's really good for me that I can sleep now.
But there is solidarity within the camp.
Absolutely.
It's all up for discussion, and things do get resolved
Petty
eventually.
differences aren't going to get the better of us, are they?
No, definitely not. 100%.
Basically, this is how things do actually evolve. Last time I got arrested, I played my name game. They asked me what my name was, and I said, do you have any proof I'm liable to have such a thing? So I ended up getting arrested, going into the station. They took my fingerprints, and it came back as name unknown. So they had to release me as, they only put down refused.
So when did you join the Freemasons, Dom?
Well, when I learned the dodgy handshake. And the stuff they were coming out with was so honourable and honest, it was unreal. It was brilliant, the actual reactions.
Well, that's a good step forward if the police are doing that, but what about all these private security firms that are going to be policing this? Because they've got no moral scruples at all, and they're not even aware of the law.
Well, this is it. It's like, this is why this all looks very orchestrated for like privatised security firms to come in and take over the police because they've got no authority here. Like this bit of land here is held in trust. The City of London police have actually admitted that they've got no jurisdiction here, and the Met police have got no jurisdiction. So who are they going to bring in? I don't like the look of what's going on.
No, exactly. I think that we're starting to get to the point of it here, because that's the deregulation of the police is all about bringing in private security firms. So basically you're going to get minimum wage debt collectors throwing you about and kicking your head in.
Yeah, and as I said before, this other new monetary system coming in with that, and more rules.
This middle way of doing something with the banking system and working with the whole thing is utopian, which is just going to lead to more dystopia.
It's going to be the Venus Project, yeah?
It's a bit like the zeitgeist thing and all that. It's good up to a point. Then they start talking about about demolishing the society and everybody living in little plastic houses and going around in see-through boat-type cars.
It's in front of people's faces. They're hiding it in plain sight. They've got security teams with radios, a body of rules. It's like, I don't feel so free here.
So, officer, how long have you been impersonating commonly known as Don?
I said to him, it's the only way of checking my fingerprints without getting arrested. And eventually he said, you know what, you're an interesting man, I'll do it, but it has to go in the book. And I thought, this is worth it to find out if they're there. So we've done a roadside check and it said not recognised.
So that means when we all get microchipped, you won't get anything to eat. This is landofthefreeuk with commonly known as Dom and Sonny, occupying St Paul's peacefully on a Sunday afternoon.